Hey everyone. Okay, so finally the video on something that has been asked so many times, and I'm sorry, it's taken me a while to respond, is in regards to the herb called Vitex, or also known as chasteberry. So what is it? This herb is touted as great for fertility, for even PCOS, for regulating hormones and periods. While it does benefit people to be taking this herb, I do have a word of caution when it comes to herb intake. Herbs, just like vitamins, they're serious. You're taking it and it's actually impacting your body. But vitamins play a different function. They're providing nutrients to your system that pre-exist, and also, you may have depleted stores and so forth. But with specific things like herbs, they're actually stimulating sections in your body. Kind of like parsley tea. It was, parsley tea induces periods. There's all these herbs and spices that can really alter things in your system to, so in a way, guide it towards the right direction. But it's not naturally occurring in your system. Just like vitamin and minerals are there in your system, it's part of you. Herbs are medicinal in a lot of ways. So that being said, Vitex, okay. So there's two answers to this. Vitex is great for some PCOS sufferers, but not all. Okay. It may actually worsen things by really increasing a hormone in your system, the luteinizing hormone, that we already have too much of. You don't want all of that. Vitex is good for PMS. It's okay to use in short spurts, but not all the time. And this is for PCOS, because endometriosis sufferers, for them, Vitex too, you need to take breaks from it, but it works differently because the situation is different. It's not the same. That's why they have different terms for the syndrome, like for the diseases and syndrome. Endometriosis, you can have both. You can suffer from both, but there are separate hormonal imbalances and challenges a woman is dealing with. So my answer about Vitex is this. Yes, it can help with certain women, and how do you figure that out is going to be trial and error. For those of you who want to regulate your periods, you may turn to Vitex for a short-term solution. You may take 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day to induce or try to see if that would regulate your hormone. That being said, do not go more than, let's say, 6 months usage at that point in time. And it takes about 6 months to kick in, but 6 months usage for that. I would highly recommend that if you're choosing to take any herb, that you go see a naturopath. Not only they can assist you in determining what is going on with your system and what herb you should be taking, it would also safeguard you from the effects of having a negative effect of the herb. Because, we all think and believe that every herb out there is going to be providing the benefits, regardless of whether we need them or not, and that's not true. It can actually have opposite effects. So when it comes to Vitex, my answer is this: please see a naturopath or speak to a homeopath or a naturopath in regards to Vitex intake, and so that you can be monitored. And then you can even do it on your own. Many people do. They do have the trial and error. They feel great after a few months. They have less PMS symptoms. They may be regulated because of it. But there's others who actually nothing happens, and they just feel like, they wasted their time, not realizing they've actually damaged further their situation. So I hope this, and then as usual, made sense. Again, with Vitex, be cautious. Please have caution. Secondly, not caution in the sense of I'm scaring you not to take it, but caution not just for this herb, for every herb that you're considering taking. Have caution. See how it goes. Trial and error, no harm in that. But again, it depends what you're using it for and why you're using it. Now for fertility, that's another thing too. Fertility, if you're a non-PCOS sufferer and you're using it for fertility, that's going to be different from a PCOS sufferer who is suffering from fertility. Again, too much of Vitex can cause, negative imbalance in some PCOS women. And the question is, which one are you? And that will all depend on your hormone levels. So options are, as I suggested, naturopath or homeopath. Other one is going to the doctor, getting your hormones tested, taking Vitex, getting your hormones tested again, and seeing where you're at. And those are other options as well. So this is my take on it, on Vitex. Years ago, when I think it was like in my 20s, I did try it because someone had suggested it, but it didn't do much for me. It did not regulate me. The things that regulated me were the things that I suggested: vitamin D, magnesium, heat, de-stressing. All those things were the main things that regulated me. So again, I'm going to repeat that: heat. So heat, not being sitting in front of a heater, but a sauna. If you're in a hot country, standing outside for a good 10 minutes and then stepping inside into your air conditioning situation. Those kind of pieces, and relaxation and all those things, walking, exercise, those are the things that helped me. But then again, we're not all built the same. So these are just, things that you can try and experiment. And again, it's all about experimentation and figuring out what your body entails and requires. Okay, that is my take on Vitex. Hope that clarifies some things. I know it may kind of make people nervous now, possibly to take it or try it. Like I said, do a maximum for 6 months. If you're not feeling any different or nothing has happened, then it's probably not for you. But I always say, as a guideline, as a disclaimer, as a suggestion, as a request almost, that if you can speak to someone who is administering this in a, not as a pharmacy, not for the pharmacy, but a naturopathic clinic or something, that can assist you further. Okay, any questions or comments, let me know. Hope you're all well and the new year is starting off great. My computer crashed and burned on New Year's Day and I lost all this work. But in any case, still positive. So 2017, yay! All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.